You're on a website and type, I need help with my account into that text box and expect a sensible response. Simple enough, right? Yet, we've all faced it. That chatbot spiral that goes out of control, vague replies, repeated loops, mounting frustration until we're practically yelling, human, 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 into the void. Now imagine that same lack of empathy woven through every workplace interaction. AI doesn't just automate, it amplifies. And if your workplace lacks empathy, AI will amplify it too. That's why teams implementing AI must master empathetic communication first. AI systems reflect the values embedded in their design. Feed them performance metrics without context, and they'll optimize for speed while steamrolling human needs. Embed empathy from the start, and they become tools for enhancing, not eroding human connection. That choice happens during implementation, not after the harm is done. Although today's large language models can sound remarkably caring, that quote unquote empathy is statistical mimicry, not lived understanding. Relying on that illusion risks missing deeper cues, sarcasm, cultural nuance, or unspoken distress that algorithms still misread. Keeping humans in the loop guards against those blind spots and keeps real empathy at center. Therefore, understanding AI's empathy gaps lets us design more responsibility. AI lacks context awareness. It doesn't know your customer just lost their job when they called to ask about payment extensions. It minces nuance in communications, like the difference between fine, meaning okay, and fine, meaning barely holding it together. And emotional intelligence? That appears to be nowhere in the AI horizon, despite early research on effective computing. That's why human checkpoints aren't inefficiencies, they're essential safeguards. Take automated performance reviews. Efficient on paper, sure, but without empathy, they become sterile summaries that ignore growth journeys or personal setbacks. The result? Motivation drops, culture suffers. Multiple case studies show that when teams rely solely on KPI dashboards, morale dips, and voluntary turnover often climbs within months. Clear proof that efficiency gains can hide rising human costs. So, we need to be careful not to reduce people to mere data points. With that in mind, now imagine a better starting point, all the way back to when the system was being designed. Instead of, I want performance data, try, I want to understand my team's growth journey, challenges, and support needs. That framing leads to systems designed to elevate people, not just rate them. Empathy must also shape the feedback loops. Ask your team, did this help you achieve your goal? And also, how did this interaction make you feel? That second question surfaces emotional impact that functional metrics miss. Remember, when people consistently feel frustrated using your products and services, you don't have a user problem. You have a design flaw. Strategic human intervention points prevent these flaws from becoming systemic harm. Before AI denies a benefit claim, a human should assess the context. Before a system auto issues a performance warning, a manager should weigh in. These steps preserve dignity and trust while still leveraging AI strengths. And empathy isn't just for design, it's for your people. AI will change roles. Some will disappear, others will evolve. Teams need support for every phase of that transition curve. During early excitement, ask what possibilities people hope AI will unlock. As anxiety rises, invite open conversations about fears and design features that address them. When confidence dips, pair skills training with small AI generated wins that celebrate progress. Once mastery emerges, co create new goals that let humans and AI stretch together. Linking each stage to clear, empathetic chain points keeps change human centered and sustainable. Skill transition plans must acknowledge their emotional impact. Saying your job is changing feels like a threat. Saying we're investing in your career growth from data entry to data analysis. That feels like an opportunity. Frame AI as a tool for growth and then follow through. If you're not ready to deliver on that promise, ask yourself if you're truly ready for an AI transformation. Psychological safety during AI implementation requires more than good intentions. It requires transparency. Say, we're exploring AI in customer service, and we'd like you to help us design it so that it supports and augments, not replaces your experience. That kind of involvement turns resistance into co creation. And as implementation unfolds, watch for signs of empathy erosion, more sick days, shorter replies, customer complaints that say, I don't feel heard. These aren't just metrics, they're distress signals. When you see them, course correct. If AI scheduling is exhausting people, build in well being constraints. If auto generated emails feel cold, introduce human touch points. Small adjustments make a big difference. In the future we want, AI won't replace empathy, it will help us scale it. Imagine a system that flags rising customer frustration so a human can intervene in time, or one that surfaces subtle signs of burnout, prompting a manager to check in. That's not surveillance, that's compassionate augmentation. The companies thriving with AI aren't the ones with the flashiest tools. They're the ones that combine empathy with, with capability. They use AI to eliminate drudgery, freeing humans for connection, creativity, and care. To get there, we need the right tools and the wisdom to use them with purpose. So, before you choose your tools, choose your values. Start building a culture of empathetic communication now. For instance, in your next AI planning meeting, ask, how will this affect the humans involved? Let that answer shape your implementation. And if a slightly slower solution preserves dignity and trust, choose it. Because whether AI becomes a tool for human flourishing or a new source for workplace harm depends on what we build today. So, what steps can you take to ensure your AI system serves and strengthen human potential? Let us know in the comments. And if you'd like to learn more about why AI needs emotionally intelligent teams to safely deliver its full potential, click one of these. I'll be happy to tell you all about it.